Hey everybody, Yogurt here with 7 tips and tricks that would have helped me out a lot in Deep Rock Galactic when I started playing, here for you to hopefully make your life easier. Let's get into it, shall we? You can locate nuggets of minerals that you need for either upgrades or for your mission, such as gold, jadis, Enor pearls, these kinds of things, by looking at the wall and ground and finding particles scattered and flecked into the wall and ground that look like that. Here you can see me finding a jadis nugget after finding particles like that. And here you can see me commanding Bosco to dig in an area that looks like a bunch of mini Enor pearls, and then he unearths one for me. So this is how you can find more resources. It pulls out a nugget, which gives you a larger quantity of it versus just mining it on the side. Sometimes it's gold, sometimes it's nitra, basically any of the resources this can apply to. But this should help you find more of what you're looking for. The next tip is how to find Arquarks. They're exactly like finding the nuggets of minerals like we did in the last tip. So you look for the blue flecks on the wall, ceiling, or the floor, and you start digging there. There's also going to be a blue pulsing type of glow. Sometimes it's hard to see depending on the lighting in the cave and just kind of what the walls look like, or the ceiling or the floor, what it's made out of. Sometimes it's harder to see through the material. Sometimes the blue doesn't stand out. And just like with the mining of the mineral nuggets, you can have Bosco do this if you're playing solo and have Bosco and extracting an Arquark for you. Then just deposit them in Molly like you would one of the mineral nuggets or an alien egg or anything like that. Nitra. Glorious Nitra, the lifeblood of Deep Rock Galactic. I sound like I'm kidding, I'm really not. You need it. You can't take it back to the space station with you can't use it to upgrade anything, but you can use it to call in a supply drop. In fact, you can't call in a supply drop without it. That's right. Your only source of more ammunition within a mission is to call in a supply drop for 80 nitra. Never pass up an opportunity to mine nitra. We all know what happens when you're out of ammo. You die. So, again, mine all the nitra that you can. Also, the nitra has to be deposited into Molly or the mine head, but it has to be in your bank versus on your person to be able to use it. So you can't just mine the nitra, call in your supply drop. You have to mine the nitra, deposit it into Molly, the mine head, or wherever you're depositing for the mission, and then you can call in the supply drop. Your laser pointer is a multi-tool, and you need to remember that and use it as such. Not only can you bring it up to highlight things around you, like the locations of your teammates, Bosco, Molly, hacking pods, and things like that, you can also use it to set markers and call out minerals to your teammates or to have Bosco go and mine. But what you may not know is you can use it to set a waypoint by pressing E instead of left mouse click button. Now, the difference between the marker and the waypoint is the fact that the marker does not stay indefinitely. It only stays for a short time. The waypoint will stay indefinitely, or until you set a new one at least, or maybe if you die. So you can use it to go ahead and mark a location to come back to so you don't forget something if you need to remember it, whereas the marker would go away and doesn't really work for that. So you can really put a waypoint, come back to something after you take care of the enemies or whatever you need to take care of. Much like locating large particles or Arquarks, you locate alien eggs by digging in the sections of biomass that you find on the walls, floors, and ceilings that you can see here. You can find out where these are using your terrain scanner. Obviously, you can see the sections of biomass on the walls and such, but finding out where the alien eggs actually are and which ones have alien eggs in them, you can do by using your terrain scanner, as you can see here. Sometimes it's hard and you have to scan around and look kind of at weird angles because the terrain scanner is a little bit difficult to manipulate when it comes to the view angle, but you can see them, and you can see them here as these pink or purple egg looking things here, and then you dig them out as such and they look like this. Then you just pull them out and deposit them in Molly or the mine head, whatever it is you're using to deposit for the mission, just like you do with any of the others. And like any large object, you can throw it and you can have Bosco carry it if you're playing solo. These are bots that attack you that you can weaken by doing damage to them, take them down, and then in some cases, instead of destroying them, you get the opportunity to go ahead and hack them like you're seeing here. It's essentially just a mini puzzle, so you want to match up each of the 4 symbols appropriately as they go around, so you just press the button at the right time, so it's just all about timing. You can play around with it and see how it goes. You'll eventually get the timing. and just get each one matched up, and then you'll have a friendly patrol bot taking care of you until, of course, it gets killed. It does some damage. It's not wildly helpful, but it's another gun on your side, and it's not shooting at you anymore. Both of these are a win. The next form of hacking is a bit more involved, at least it takes longer, though is less hands-on in terms of doing the actual hacking yourself. In this sense, you come across the data deposit as you see here. Once you do, you call in the hacking drone. Once the hacking drone comes in, you find it using your laser pointer like you see here. You make your way up to it, and then you start collecting the probes or nodes, whatever you want to call them, and you start arranging them to establish line of sight from the hacking drone to the data deposit. Once you have line of sight, the hacking bot will start its hack, and naturally enemies will come and attack, and you just have to defend it until the wave is over and the hack completes, and you'll have a bar at the top that you can see here. If at any point the hacking is stopped by the enemies, you just have to clear the enemies off of the hacking drone and restart the hack, and it'll go. It won't blow up, you won't lose it or anything, you just have to, clear the enemies off and restart it, however many times it takes you to get there. Then don't forget at the very end of it to go and get the data core that comes out of the data deposit, and then put it into Molly. If you don't do that, then you did it all for nothing and wasted all that time and effort. So definitely don't forget to get that data core and put it into Molly. Hope that helps. I want to thank everybody for watching my 7 tips and tricks for Deep Rock Galactic video here. Again, I do hope it helped you in some way, quite a bit maybe. If it did, do consider dropping a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot, and click that bell icon, that way you get notified anytime I post new content. Do let me know in the comments if you would like to see any more of these videos from me, because I do have a few more tips and tricks I could share for Deep Rock Galactic. So if I get enough comments telling me to put another one and this video gets enough views and likes, then I will put together another one for y'all. You just have to let me know. Until next time, take care, stay safe, be excellent to each other out there, and this is Yogurt signing off.